Hello viewers, welcome to the online educational channel of Geological Society of Assam. Today we are going to discuss about a very important and interesting topic of life sciences, that is restriction enzymes. The learning outcomes from this presentation will be introduction to restriction enzymes, their discovery, significance and prevalences, nomenclature and classification, overhangs and cleavage frequency, restriction and methylation, spatial restriction enzymes, their star activity and applications. Let us go to the introduction part. Restriction enzyme or restriction endonuclease is a class of enzyme that recognizes and cleaves DNA at specific sequences, which is known as recognition sequences or restriction sites, at an internal site of the DNA molecule, breaking the phosphodiester bond and producing 5' phosphate group and 3' hydroxyl group. Restriction enzymes are enzymatic proteins produced in bacterial cells that cuts foreign DNA and protect the cell from infections. Here foreign DNA refers to DNA from bacteriophages. They are one of the primary requirements for recombinant DNA technology. To transfer desired DNA fragments in recombinant technology, an enzyme is needed that can easily cut the DNA at desired length or at a specific site. Restriction endonucleases are that's why known as molecular scissor or molecular scalpels. This picture depicts the flow and working principle of recombinant DNA technology. Here the donor DNA consisting the desired gene and the vector both are digested with same restriction enzyme. Then both of them are brought together to get a recombinant vector containing the desired gene. Here ligation occurs with the help of enzyme ligase. Now, the recombinant DNA plasmid is introduced into a host bacterium, where along with the host bacterium, the plasmid gets replicated. And inside the host, they produce the protein coded by our desired gene. Let us go to the next slide. The discovery of restriction enzymes had involved extensive researches from different laboratories. It took almost 2 decades to discover a commercially usable restriction enzyme. The term restriction enzyme originated from a study of bacteriophage lambda and the phenomenon of host control restriction and modification of such bacteriophages. The phenomenon of restriction and modification was first observed genetically in 1950-53 by Luria and Human and Bartani and Weigel, although they referred to it as host-induced or host control variation. They observed that several different bacteriophages varied in their ability to grow on different host strains. However, once growth was achieved on a strain, the phage could continue to grow on the particular strain happily. In 1960s, a theory was proposed to explain this phenomenon and then biochemically demonstrated by Werner Erber and his co-workers in 1965. Simultaneously, Matt Messelshon and Bob Ewan also isolated a restriction enzyme from Escherichia coli K in 1968. The systems that Arber and Messelshon characterized are now known as type 1 systems. Although these enzymes recognize specific DNA sequences, they have the unfortunate property of cleaving DNA randomly, thus rendering the enzymes unsuitable for use as a cloning agent or as a mapping reagents. While looking for an enzyme having site-specific recombination, in 1970, Hamilton O'Neill Smith and his co-workers described an enzyme endonuclease R in Haemophilus influenzae that was able to clip bacteriophage T7 DNA into specific fragments. This was the first type 2 restriction enzyme that recognizes specific sequences and cleave specifically. Simultaneously, Tom Kelly and Smith determined the DNA sequence recognized by endonuclease R and reported it in 1970. In 1971, Daniel Nathans and Kathleen Dana showed that cleavage of simian virus 40 DNA by restriction enzymes yield specific fragments that can be separated using polyacrylamide gel electrophoresis, thus showing that restriction enzymes can also be used for mapping DNA. For the seminal discovery of restriction enzymes, joint Nobel Prize in Physiology and Medicine has been shared by Werner Arber, Daniel Nathans and Hamilton O. Smith in 1978. Restriction enzymes are predominantly isolated from bacteria. They provide a protection mechanism against any invading pathogen such as phage viruses. Inside prokaryotes, the restriction enzymes digest foreign DNA, which is called restriction, while host DNA is protected through a modification system by modifying host DNA ends. So far, about 4,300 restriction enzymes with more than 550 different recognition sequences and cleavage specificities have been discovered. About 600 functional restriction enzymes are commercially available. The restriction endonucleases had been found to display differential requirements of cofactors, target sequence specificity and activity. An updated comprehensive listing of restriction endonucleases discovered so far and their substrate specificity, if known, can be found on a website known as Rebase. Let us go to the nomenclature part. Nomenclature of restriction enzymes based on the genus, species and strain name with their numbers in order they are isolated. For example, if we take EcoR1, here E came from the genus Escherichia, CO from species coli, R from strain name RY13 and 1 from the order of discovery, that is first restriction enzyme isolated from the species. In case of HIN3, it got the H from the genus Haemophilus, then IN from the species Influenzae, D from the strain name D, and the order of discovery was 3, that is it was a third restriction enzyme isolated from the species. restriction enzymes are broadly classified under 4 categories based on the proximity of the recognition site and cleavage patterns. Type 1 restriction endonucleases have recognition sequence of about 15 bp and cleave the DNA 1000 bp away from the 5' end of the sequence TCA located within the recognition site. For example, ECO-K, ECO-B, etc. A single enzyme with 3 different subunits for recognition, cleavage and methylation. They require different cofactors, for example, S-adenosylmethionine, ATP, magnesium ion, etc. Type 2 restriction endonucleases are stable and recognition site is symmetrical. They cleave the DNA within or specifically near to the recognition sequence. For example, HIN3 and ALU1. Two different enzymes which both recognize the same target sequence either cleave or modify the recognition sequence. They are used for restriction mapping and gene cloning activities. It is comprised of many subtypes like type 2Z, type 2P, type 2S, etc. and all of them are jotted down in table 1. They require magnesium ion. Here in this table 1, all known subtypes of type 2 restriction enzymes are given in tabular form. We can see that total 11 numbers of subtypes of type 2 restriction enzymes exist. Their defining features, recognition sequences and examples are given here. It can be noted that all subtypes are mutually exclusive. For example, in both subtype P and T, BCL1 is found. Type 3 restriction endonucleases has a single enzyme with 2 subunits, one for recognition and modification and one for cleavage. Recognition and methylation occurs in same sequence but cleaves 24 to 26 bp away. They require ATP for their function. The examples of type 3 restriction endonucleases are ECOP1, ECOP15, HIN3, etc. Type 4 restriction endonucleases, they target modified DNA, for example, methylated, hydroxymethylated and glucosyl hydroxymethylated DNA. Two different recognition sequence is symmetric. Cleavage occurs in one side of the recognition sequence up to 20 bp away. They require magnesium ion for proper functioning. Example of type 4 restriction endonucleases is ECO-KM-CRBCE. Till now, we have already learned about all 4 types of restriction enzymes. Here in this table 2, a comparison among all 4 types of restriction enzymes are given taking 4 different characteristic features of them. For example, composition, their recognition site or sequences, distance between restriction site from recognition site and cofactors they needed. The recognition site of type 2 restriction enzymes have symmetry, that is, they are palindromic in nature. In literature and in some words like Malayalam, we can see this type of patterns. The recognition sequences for type 2 endonucleases form palindromes with rotational symmetry. Here, the base sequence in the first half of one strand of a DNA duplex is the mirror image of the second half of its complementary strand. Thus, in such palindromes, the base sequence in both the strands of a DNA duplex reads the same when read from the same end, either from 5' or from 3' end of both the strands. Most of the type 2 restriction endonucleases have recognition sites of 4, 5 or 6 BP length, which are predominantly GC rich. Overhangs and cleavage frequency of restriction enzymes. Restriction enzymes digest DNA double strand by making 2 incisions in sugar phosphate backbone on each DNA strand. Generally, most of the restriction enzymes produce 5' and 3' overhangs known as sticky or cohesive end. However, others cut DNA at a restriction site in a manner which leaves no overhangs, called a blunt end cut. Here in this slide, we can see the sticky end cleavage by EcoR1 and blunt end cleavage by EcoRV. Janet E. Marge and Ronald W. Davis first discovered sticky ends as the product of the action of restriction enzyme EcoR1. Here we can see different cleavage patterns of different restriction enzymes. For example, ALU1 and HAE3 have produced blunt ends, whereas BAMH1, HIN3 and EcoR1 have produced sticky ends after cleavage. Cleavage frequency and frequency of recognition sites. The recognition sequences usually remain between 4 to 8 bases. The number of bases in the sequence will determine how often the site will appear by chance in any given genome. To calculate the frequency of recognition sites or cleavage for a particular restriction enzyme present in a genome or DNA molecule, 2 assumptions have to be made. First, the frequency of A, T, G and C in the particular DNA are equal, and second, the bases are present in a random fashion. In such case, any given base, for example A, would occur once every 4 bases, that is 4 × 10⁻⁴. Sequence with 2 bases like AT or AC would occur every 16 bases, that is 4 × 10⁻². And likewise, a 4 base pair sequence would occur once every 256 pp and so on. Restriction enzymes having recognition sequences with 4 BP are that's why known as frequent cutter. It is a very common query that how bacteria's own DNA remains safe from their restriction enzymes. Restriction enzymes in bacteria function to defend themselves against bacteriophages. It is like their immunity system. Bacteria prevent digesting their own DNA by masking the restriction sites with methyl groups. Since restriction enzymes are part of the restriction modification system, bacterial methylases protect the host DNA by methylation of recognition sites, protecting it from restriction enzymes. In this figure, we can see how restriction enzyme EcoR1 can cleave unmethylated DNA, whereas in case of methylated DNA, it remains non-functional. Here in this slide, some special restriction enzymes are given. For example, isocyzomers. They are restriction enzymes that have the same recognition sequence as well as the same cleavage site. For example, SPH1 and BBO1. Neocyzomers are restriction enzymes that have the same recognition sequence, but they cleave the DNA at a different site within that sequence. For example, SMA1 and XMA1. Isocodamers are a pair of restriction enzymes that have slightly different recognition sequences, but after cut they generate identical straits. For example, MBO1 and BAMH1. Now, what is star activity? Under extreme non-standard conditions, restriction endonucleases are capable of cleaving sequences which are similar but not identical to their defined recognition sequence. This altered or relaxed specificity has been termed as star activity. The term star activity was introduced by Mayer, who characterized the modified activity in EcoR1. Relaxation or alteration of the specificity of restriction enzyme mediated cleavage of DNA is mainly known as star activity. It can occur under reaction conditions that differ significantly from those optimal for the enzyme. The result is typically cleavage at non-canonical recognition sites or sometimes complete loss of specificity. Differences that may lead to star activity includes low ionic strength, high pH and high glycerol concentration. Since commercial restriction enzymes are usually supplied in a wafer containing substantial amount of glycerol, therefore insufficient dilution of the enzyme solution can cause star activity. It can happen because of the presence of magnesium ion too. Restriction enzymes, specifically type 2 restriction enzymes, are one of the major components of genetic engineering. They have different applications. Some of them are given here. For example, as a tool of genetic engineering, restriction enzymes in combination with DNA ligase used in insertion of desired genes into plasmid factors. Both plasmid DNA containing multiple cloning sites and gene insert are treated with the same restriction enzymes and then ligated together with DNA ligase. Restriction enzymes are also used after cloning to confirm that insertion of gene has taken place correctly. Next, as a tool of genetic diversity analysis, restriction enzymes are used to digest genomic DNA or a particular gene to detect variations among closely related individuals of a population. Through this, genetic diversity can be determined. Restriction digestion of DNA provides copy number of a gene present in a genome of one individual as well as number of gene mutations, which is known as polymorphisms, within a population. It is known as restriction fragment length polymorphism. In Southern blotting technique also, restriction enzymes are used. This gel picture shows the bending patterns of 9 different Pseudomonas aeruginosa strains after restriction digestion with 2 different restriction enzymes. Like fingerprints, each individual possesses different genetic makeup, which is known as DNA fingerprints. Restriction enzymes can be used as a tool to detect this type of variations. Hence, they can be used as a tool of DNA fingerprint. The restriction digestion generates different lengths of DNA, which gives a specific pattern of bands after gel electrophoresis. A DNA map generated by restriction digestion can be used to find the relative positions of the genes. They helps in diagnosis of single nucleotide polymorphism and insertions, deletions, identification of genetic disorder loci. They are also used in parental testing and forensic sciences. In study of epigenetic modifications, the sensitivity of restriction enzymes towards methylated bases has been used to map modified bases within genomes. Restriction landmark genome scanning is a 2D gel electrophoresis based on mapping technique that utilizes NOT1, ASK1, ESG1 or BSS-H2 to identify changes in the methylation patterns of the genome of normal and cancer cells. Restriction enzymes are one of the major components in preparation of DNA libraries. Restriction enzymes are used in serial analysis of gene expression for identification and quantification of a large number of mRNA transcripts in cancer research to diagnose mutations and study gene expression. Few restriction enzymes, including APK1, used to construct the DNA library for a genotyping by sequencing technology to study the sequence diversity in genome of an organism. So, with this, I have concluded this presentation on restriction enzymes here. For further information, one can go through these references. Thank you.